Hey, it's Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and it is Monday. It's August 26th. This will be our chart lesson for today. And just taking a quick look at the daily chart again. You can see we closed lower today, but we did trade higher at one point. We made a slightly higher high than these other bars across here, so we're still kind of chopping slightly upward here, although we did have a lower close today. It was really mostly a down day, I would say. Although not a very strong down day. So that's how it looks on the daily chart. It did relieve some of the overbought situation again. We're still up here in overbought territory, but we're not. We haven't pushed through the upper side by any means. Whether or not we'll push through like we did down here is yet to be seen. But I still think we will make a new high before this is over. So, but there it is. On the daily chart. Let's flip over to the 2000 tick chart and take a look. And here's our 2000 tick chart. You can see we had this big downtrend that started just after the regular session opening this morning, and we had a break, a new low. We tried to rally out of there back into the range and failed, and took another trend down, then rallied up. So we just kind of chopped around sideways really after making this low. We did make another new low, but we recovered most of that and kind of chopped around kind of in between the highs and lows here. So and kind of closed in that same area as well. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. Will we get some more sell off tomorrow, or will we rally? It's hard to say at this point, but we'll see what tomorrow brings. But here it is today. Let's zoom in here. We'll go through the trades. It got kind of quiet between 9 o'clock and maybe 10:30. It picked up a little bit in the afternoon, but kind of a quiet day in the middle of the day today. Let's go back here to open. We didn't have any news you really had to be aware of today. No red news. And right here at the open, or when I say the open, I shouldn't say the open. Right here, 7 o'clock came just as we're trading down here. This was slight. I think this closed slightly before 7. I went ahead and marked it. It's right there around 7. It's a failed break, and it does confirm the trend line, but really, we usually don't start trading until about 7. And you can see we get the second entry long here, high or low. That was the place to enter that trade. There's another second entry here. I didn't mark it because we already have a break, and we really made a new high here. You would expect to probably get another leg up. But I just wasn't crazy about this one because this looks like one move down, and it really looks like a first entry. So the second entry didn't come to here, and it's just like a big engulfing bar. I think you just had to wait, and we did get another first entry here, but it runs up, makes a double top, basically a lower high right there. And I like that as a second entry short. Double top after we've had a break and a couple of swings to a new high, and then we just kind of start chopping along. I did mark this one as a maybe. It looks like a triple test. It looks like a range either way, and this is the high, so it's just a short off the highs of the range after we've tested it 3 times there. Decent signal bar. I mean, it's 8 ticks. This one up here, I meant to go back and look at this. This was only 6, so you could still get in this with the old 8-tick rule. People say it doesn't work anymore. There's a perfect example of a second entry short up here where you're looking for a reversal with a 6-tick signal bar. Allows you to get in with an 8-tick stop. This one's only 8 ticks, so it's close. Then you get a second entry short here and a confirmation of this trend line and a nice signal bar, and that one's only 10 ticks, so it's still not real super volatile. There's another short here, but you can't really go short right into those lows there. Then we're just kind of chopping downhill. I just didn't see anything I liked here. You got a break here and a couple of legs down, and again, you're just not really getting anything here. This is a I would mark this as a new trend. But I still don't see anything there that I like. And we do bounce here and we run back and we finally get a break. You do get a close outside this green one and a couple of legs up. That one there is tempting, but you can see that's a doji. It's not really, it closes one tick higher and it's dead center, so I don't think you want to go short there. This one's a possibility because it broke higher and turned down, and that's mostly green. If you entered that one on the engulfing bar, I would say it's probably okay. But if you waited till it closed, there's just too much stem there. So I'm not crazy about that one. There's a second entry short here, but I would only say that's just a double top. It does look like a range across here, but we don't really have any consistent setups, and there's just too much stem there really as well. But then we drop down and get we actually got a close outside here, and we still got two legs back up. Then you get another two legs. You got a second entry short here. Even if it bounces, you got enough room. But you've kind of pushed through there a few times now, so it may go on low. You may go ahead and get your new low here. We had a break of this blue channel, so you're prices are basically trying to retest the lows. And so there's a nice second entry there, decent signal bar. Just a first entry here. And then we get a reversal here. This was a failure, but it doesn't set up properly, so you really don't want to go long there. This is your signal bar, and it's very bearish. We run up here, we get a close outside, a couple of legs up, and we bounce here. I marked this one green. It looks like we have a triple test there, but there's not any space between those two, and you like to see a little space there. You might still look at it as a triple test. I marked it green, but I'm not crazy about it. We do get a triple test up here, but the signal bar is no good. We drop down, we run back two legs, and then it just turns down. I don't see anything here I like. There might have been some kind of second entry here. I was out for lunch here. I don't know how this. It looks like it broke lower and then went higher and then came back down. So it would be a second entry there. It does close fairly bearish. So it's a possibility. Again, I'm not exactly, I'm not going to swear that broke lower first and then went higher and came back. Either way, it's still a second entry. Even if it broke lower and went back and then came back again. It's just, I'm not sure how it's set up, so I don't know if I would have taken that trade or not in real time. I'll mark it green. Depending on how you saw it, you might take that trade. Now we get a break outside, but we're just chopping sideways till it breaks out of that range and runs back up to the range. I just traded that as a failed breakout. It is a second entry short as well. It's clearly two legs back to the EMA when you're looking for prices to make a retest. That's a pretty strong move down. So you'd expect prices to make a retest. And of course it runs straight down, makes a new low, then makes a higher low. And it actually breaks lower first and turns up. You could trade that on the engulfing bar. If you wait till here, there's not a lot of room left back there, and it could make another leg down. So that one's kind of iffy. But when it pushes through and pulls back and gives you a reversal right there, that's a failed second entry short at a reversal type area. You got them trapped there, and you can tell. Look at that bar shoot up. That's because there's a lot of trapped shorts, and they all realize, hey, I got to get out here. And it just continues to chop higher, nothing but first entries. This could be considered a lower high here on a second entry short, but we're still in this green channel. This is the first break, so we're still looking for prices to go higher yet. So when you get the second entry long here, I like that one. Comes back, and you get another test of the low part of support here. That's a second entry long here. This is a 1, 2, 3 triple test. And then it's obvious we're just kind of in a range. I like the long here. This one is tempting, but there's just not a lot of room there. As you can see, it's only like 6 ticks or 5 ticks there. Do you need 6? So if you could get a better entry right there, I wouldn't say don't enter that one. So you let it break lower and then drop your limit order a tick or two back to give you room to get out, and then maybe take that trade. And it would have worked if you did that. There's another second entry short here, but that signal bar is not very good. It would have worked too, but it's well after 2:30. I think that's too far into. I mean, if it's like in the first minute, and 2 minutes, but this is like 2:43, so I mean we're almost 15 minutes into it. You actually get another second entry right there, and it would have worked too. But again, it's a inside bar, so. But anyway, there it was. Pretty straightforward today. There's nothing too crazy here. There weren't a lot of trades, but there's enough here to find your 2 trades. If you didn't start trading until 9:30, then you didn't get a lot of options. You had to sit here a long time, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Just stay with it, and eventually you'll find your trades. Be choosy. You know, if you come in and you just have to sit there for a couple of hours and you start getting antsy and you don't think you can sit through and be patient, don't take a trade. Just get up and take a day off, call it a day, whatever. Because you will get days where it's quite like this, where you had a few trades in the morning, one trade in the middle of the day around 11 o'clock, and then it didn't pick back up till the afternoon here. So I mean, there's some green ones in there, so there's some possibilities, but you generally want to try to stick to the red or blue trades. Simple as that. So there it is. It was really straightforward today for the most part. I didn't see anything here too crazy. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up, make this a short one today. The last couple of chart lessons we had were 30 minutes or more, so I'm going to wrap this one up. Hope you had a good trading day. We'll see what tomorrow brings. I still think this market's going higher. We might get some more correction first, so I really not, looking at the daily chart, it's really hard to say what's going to happen tomorrow. But by 9:30 or 10, we'll have a good idea if it's going to be a range day or if we're going to be trending higher or trending lower, most likely. So we'll just have to wait till tomorrow and see what it gives us, because it's really difficult to say just looking at the daily chart and looking at the way it's set up. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. We'll be back again to do it tomorrow. I hope you had a good trading day. This is Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and we'll see you next time.